Impact Power FM. Today, Brother Intellect 9. I'm here with my sister, Sarima Understanding. Peace, Goddess. How you
Peace. Peace. I'm great, brother. Thank you so much for having me on here. Thank you.
No doubt. I had to bring you in. We scouting. We on that social media. We looking for people of inspiration. We looking for entrepreneurs. A lot of what you doing caught my eye. I had to hit you up and see if you can come on with us for a little quick minute. Just talk a little bit about what it is that you do. I got a little memory of my mom from what I saw you do. I said, is she crocheting? Is she knitting? What I'm saying? So first, to get the people a little bit of understanding as to who you are and what it is that you're doing.
Okay. Well, first, my name is Sarima Understanding Earth. I am a 5%er. And what I do, I crochet, which is separate from knitting. Um, what started was back in 2020 around COVID. I noticed that, doing a knowledge to the nation, I noticed that the brothers were wearing crowns. So I grabbed some yarn at Walmart because the sewing machines was gone. I was trying to sew masks. But when I went to the
Uh,
Walmart, everything was gone. So there was all the crocheting stuff was there. So I just started picking up things. And eventually I said, well, let me start to just try to make a beanie hat to see what it looked like. And then I started there and
mm,
that's it. Like it's
mm.
2025 and I've been doing it. Now I'm adding more things onto it.
Wow. Yeah, the pieces that I saw are just absolutely, just it's insane. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, she's doing this with her hand, Um,
Right.
it's just crazy to see that you would take that to that level and be creative and put culture into it. You know what I'm saying? That's what really is super powerful. Um,
Indeed.
so the inspiration we saying is from you started off doing mask and then it just evolved into going with the crowns and everything like that. So of course you're doing scarves and everything. You know what I mean? That scarf
And
ain't
that's
nothing
what
for you.
happened. And
Mm,
exactly that's what happened because I was 13 years old when I was first introduced to crocheting by
mm,
a woman named Miss Williams from Newark, New Jersey. And took a whole week. Every day I kept going to her house and I was trying just to make a circle, like just to make a circle,
mm,
like a coaster.
right.
And I kept going back. I kept coming. And I told her, I said, I can't do it. Because if you're not really into it, you're gonna
Yeah,
give
yeah,
up. She
yeah.
said, keep trying. And I did get the circle, but from
Okay.
13 to 30, 37,
Yeah.
that's a big gap.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, just like how people do, we once we get on something
That's
and
it.
get focused, we locked in and we become masters of shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know,
We,
uh
we we take it up to a whole nother level. It's just like
right.
that's what I said. We have the most intelligent minds.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We could take something and bring it up to a whole nother level to we like, where I didn't think of that, you know?
Word. Word. Yeah, you definitely I mean and it's eye catching, you know what I'm saying? It really caught my eye. Um
Mm.
I'm like, man, before I distract her with all my orders, I need I need to see if I can get her on, so we could chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Now, if anybody actually
Right.
wanted to reach out to you for, anything custom made, do you do that as well?
I sure do.
Mm,
And I will tell you my biggest the thing that I love about crocheting is if somebody send me a message and they'll send me a picture and they'll say, could you do this? And they'll
right.
even send me some stuff from Timu. They'll
Mm,
be crocheting things on Timu and it's cheaper, but it's because they want it maybe originally made.
right.
That's a big thing.
Mm. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, because a lot of the pieces I saw, I was with it. I'm like, yo, I want that. But then I'm saying, well, that's probably somebody probably done grabbed that already. You know what I'm saying?
But
Um,
I will duplicate. Yeah.
duplicate
One
it.
thing is
Okay. Okay.
I don't have already made to ship.
Right.
I custom make it because it's so many different
Yeah.
types of, people have interests, crowns, they want different colors. So I just
Right.
do it to make, custom make to order.
Yeah. And you're doing items for men and women, so
And
that's
children and babies and little
oh, look at
newborn
that.
babies, the
Look at that.
booties. A little, if you
Wow.
want to bring your baby home looking
Yeah, yeah,
nice and original,
yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I didn't know. See, I didn't know that. Okay.
everybody,
So we're gonna
all the human families of the planet Earth. I am here of service. I am of service.
yeah, we're gonna get the whole family right, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
right.
hit the sister up. So how could they get in touch with you again? Is it Facebook strictly or
Yes, I have Facebook, and that's Sarima Understanding. Also, my Facebook, my crocheting page, and that's Sarima's Earthly Creations. And I do have a site creation. It's a square site, but once you go on my page, you'll be able to see. But I can also I do text message by my business line, and that's area code 848-600-1621. And you can text if you know any type of ideas, anything. I do wedding dresses, I do anything.
look at that. Wow. Yeah, y'all need to hit the sister up. Check her
Please.
page out.
And then keep the
It's
business going,
yeah,
keep it in our community, keep
yeah.
them dollars going.
And I see a lot of work back there. What is that yarn back there? I see in the
Yes, it
background.
is. It's a whole bunch of it. It's just a little bit.
Ah, a
I
little
did a
bit.
little bit, but it's actually bigger. I try to color coordinate. So when I come in here and I'm thinking of something and I'm like, oh,
Right,
let me grab this. And some of the times, a lot of things that I do post is not something that a customer requested or a client.
right.
It's something that I thought of, or something maybe I didn't, that maybe kind of sparked my interest, and I might think, hey, somebody might like wearing this. So it comes from all over.
So you just be in the feeling in the moment, and you just being
And the
creative.
moment, and now
Yeah,
it's, and I know, a lot of us don't celebrate holidays. However, I am a service of the people, so some of them do celebrate holidays,
yeah,
some of them do have,
yeah,
so I cater to them. But to make it more original, something that people are like, oh, what's that, who you get that from, where
right,
you get that
right.
from? That's what I want, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely, at the top of the list. I'm like, oh man, I got a big order. I want to.
I
I
appreciate it.
love
Well,
custom
let me
made.
know. I'm
Yeah,
available. I'm available.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. I'm into custom made items. Just a quick understanding of it is like I got ill, years ago, and
Mm,
everybody, these doctors were trying everything, and the only
mhm.
thing that seemed to have brought me back was when this elder from Oklahoma started make. She was designing stuff for me, you know,
Really?
crowns, clothes, tunics, um,
Wow.
baseball caps. Everything was custom made with prayers inside that aligned with me personally.
Wow. People
And
don't understand our hands.
yeah,
Because I can tell you, if I see a crown, I can tell you what type of energy I was going through, or,
yeah,
I might have been depressed a little bit,
yeah,
and crocheting, it helps me. So it's not about the
mm,
money. It's a lot about the love. So what it was, that was the
yep,
energy that she poured into the,
absolutely.
what she made for you. And that's definitely peace.
Absolutely, yeah. That it became a ritual. It went through my whole house.
Right.
Like,
You probably want
you know
more.
what I
Like,
mean?
can you make me this? Can you make me that?
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, she got it. She got a well. I have a whole clothing line from all the items she's designed. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So, oh yeah, she's no joke. And so, when I saw your work, I was like, oh man, here we go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? To see, the manifestation of God. You know what I'm saying? On this planet is like, you tapping into something that's actually healing yourself as well as other people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know,
Exactly. And people don't know that. People are like, oh, she probably doing this for money. No, trust me.
nah,
People don't understand, like,
nah,
that it gets me through a lot, a
yeah,
whole lot.
yeah. If it was for money, you probably wouldn't even see it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Probably wouldn't see
Right.
it. You probably wouldn't even be able to get in touch with you directly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why I
You know what
said
I
I
mean?
love the people. I'm here for my people. Like,
Yeah,
and crocheting, they always thought it's like for older women. There's a lot of young sisters, black sisters, they doing it.
yeah,
Crocheting is coming to a whole nother level, because who wants to wear the same thing? And I was always thinking, I would say people will go around the corner and stand in line for Jordans, and
mm,
everybody wears the same exact Jordans.
right.
Why don't you just come to me and let me make something that nobody else is going to see what you have, what they have on?
Right, 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 right. Yeah, that's super dope. And on top of blessing us with some, some clothing, some fabric, that's some healing fabric is what I refer to it as,
That's
uh,
peace. I never heard of that healing fabric.
oh yeah,
I might have, I might have to
oh
take
yeah,
your word.
oh yeah, oh yeah. First time I ever said it, so it's inspired by you.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
really? Wow.
Yeah,
That sounds very, very, very
yeah,
catchy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all yours right there. You know what I'm saying? It's
Thank
inspired
you,
by
peace,
you.
brother.
Another thing that caught my eye, it was like,
Mm,
icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
I saw some lies where, some of your videos where, I'm expecting more, of your work, and all of a sudden you flowing. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Is this her? Because sometimes people take audios and add it to their video. So then I watched another one and I was like, oh, hell no, she is killing it. Like, yo. So, as far as hip hop, I know it got to be some type of background because you two,
You already know I'm ready. I'm ready to roll off. I'm
yeah.
ready to tell you the story.
So what was the inspiration? How long have you been with this talent like that? Because it's a lot of talent right there.
I really appreciate it because to be honest, I think that I could do so much better. I think I could do so
Mm.
much better. But what happened is I can sing too. And that's my thing is
Ooh,
singing. I'm
wow.
a
Okay.
singer. That's why I said I'm gonna throw some I got something
All
coming,
right.
okay?
All right. All
But
right.
what happened was I was 2 years old. Ever since I was 2 years old, I've been singing family reunions.
Right.
Who was up there? You know how they had that one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Yeah. You
I
was
was
that
the
one, huh?
singing person that come up all the time and
Yeah.
sing. That's every
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
I was the person. So what
Wow.
happened was my brother, may he be remembered in perfection, he returned.
Mm.
When I was 13, he was in the house and he's listening to music and I'm like, who is that? It's like hip, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
got
Yeah. Yeah.
grime and it was Black Moon.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, ever since
Yeah.
then,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
Wow.
My brother really introduced me to hip hop, and I'm so thankful for him. Between Smith and Wesson,
Right.
original gun clappers, I can just go on and on. So hip hop
Mm.
always been in me. But what happened was, as I got older,
Right.
I wound up losing. Just not saying losing, but I kind,
Life.
I had I had children and things
Right.
like that, and
Right.
then I was like, I need to keep myself busy. So I was like,
Yeah.
let me see what I got.
Right.
Because it's been 25 years. It's been over 25 years. So between
Wow.
the time every
Yeah.
decade, the music changed.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
I'm still in the 90s.
I
I'm
feel
a
you. I
90s
feel you.
girl. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm there
But I
too.
put
I
a
feel
little
you.
bit of but I put a little bit of, what's going on so people, to attract the young.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what music, and I have a tattoo. You probably can't see it.
Oh yeah.
It
Oh
says
yeah. Oh yeah.
it says music is life. And it's
Ah,
a
look at
music
that.
word,
There it is right
you
there.
know?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and it's my life because
Mm.
music, it puts us, sometimes it'll make us laugh, it can make us cry, it puts us in
Oh
all
yeah.
types of different feelings. But it's when it comes to rhyming and rapping, I think it's a different type of expression. A
Right.
different type of expression, 'cause everybody has their own type of flow. And that's
Right.
why when I hear certain rappers, they be like, who do you think is this better? This one or that one? Sometimes I'm saying I can't because they're not in the same genre. They're
Right.
different type of flowers, they're different type of artists. So I'm like, I can't do it. But yeah, music, it's that. Yeah, I was like, let me see what I could do and see if I can, because we, at the end of the day, it's time for us to go back. It's
Yeah.
time for us to go
Oh yeah.
back to how it was, and they loving it. I'm be honest. It's like some
Yeah.
young people, they call me auntie, they call me grandma. I'm like, I ain't a grandmother. You putting too
Right.
much age on me, but
Yeah.
they love it. So I'm like, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call me, if you love it, I'm good.
Right.
Whatever you want to call me,
Right.
auntie, grandma, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I feel you on that. When I heard that, I wanted to, somebody called me Mister. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah,
you
they
kids
call
call me
uncle.
Mister.
We're the aunties and uncles now. We're
Yeah.
aunties and uncles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you definitely, like I said, when I heard, your work, I was just like,
Mm.
damn, it gave me that real hip hop feeling. You know what I mean? And I just
Back
was
to
in
the
a
bars.
conversation last night,
Mm.
about hip hop and where it started and all of that and keeping the culture alive. And I just started, they was talking about nationality, what nationality and all of that was strong in hip hop.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, hip hop's so powerful that hip hop is a nationality. Like the question
It is.
should be, are you hip hop? Because if you're not hip hop, you likely don't have knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It get that deep. You know what I'm
right,
saying? It's like,
right,
it's just it's affected everything, every point of our lives, you know what I'm saying,
right.
it's been affected by hip hop. So,
Mhm,
I really appreciate, your expression. One thing I did,
mhm.
I know you got your own style where you do like this blurry thing on the video, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
It's like, why I can't see her?
she's
I got
even
an answer
being
for that.
but it's definitely your mark, so it's noticeable, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Thank you. But people
Yeah.
don't understand. I'm an introvert.
Mm.
I'm very. I don't. I like. I always. I've been writing. I'll be honest. I was writing music when I was 13, and I'm more so. I consider myself to be. I'm not saying a writer, but I like to write. But unfortunately, in these times, nobody not gonna know until they see your face. Until they
Right,
see
right,
you moving. Now we're in.
right,
We're
right,
social media now because ain't nobody on the block no more. You know what I'm
right.
saying? There's no everybody's online. So it's like, I don't want nobody to see me, but I gotta do something. So that's where the blur came.
Yeah,
That's where the blur came. Because just like there's an artist, her name is Her. I don't know if you know her,
oh, yeah,
but she
absolutely, yeah.
well, do you know when she first came out? She always had glasses on. She
Right,
always had her
right.
hair. She was
Covered
in her
up.
own music videos, and a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah,
I don't want people to focus on my looks. I wanted just people to focus on the message
yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
trying to send out, you know?
And that's really what I got from it, you know what I'm saying? And it
Right.
also showed, not just your modesty, but your humility and your wisdom, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Indeed.
and your creativity, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's like a stamp. Anytime you even before you hear anything, if you see that, I'm thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
Right.
is this yeah,
Right.
this got to be helped. But that voice of yours is just,
Really?
it's really,
People say
that
I don't like hearing my voice. To be honest,
that
sometimes I don't even listen to myself. Like it was this
ah,
one freestyle, Ghostface Killer,
yeah,
that went viral. It's like 105,000 people
wow,
done viewed it. It's like 7,000 likes, and it's like I didn't think. You know what I'm saying? When I'm doing it, I'm not thinking about
right,
the response
yeah,
at all. I'm just thinking like, yo, I got something I want to say. Now it's
yeah,
been 25 years. I've been hibernating. Like I'm
yeah,
out now.
yeah. I definitely, I'm a hip hop head, so I support that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
Um,
that.
you
Right.
know, I think, there should be more of voices like yourself, you know what I'm saying? Very powerful. Um,
And women.
I
Women
felt
too.
I felt the spirit of Lauren Hill. I felt the spirit
Yeah.
of oh yeah, I felt the spirit of Latifah. I felt the spirit
You know I'm from the bricks.
of
You know
like
I'm
oh
from the
yeah.
bricks. I hope she
Oh yeah.
watched me. Let Queen Latifah know I want to do something with her.
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
the that's how it is, right? Look, I got a queen. Like the queen is here.
Yeah, word. And
You know,
she just did this viral thing with a couple of sisters from Living Single show she was on. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
so. Yeah.
They just a little viral thing about Newark, New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? So,
And it was like Nord. She kept saying
yeah,
Nord, and it
yeah,
was like
Newark, you
Nord.
know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
see it this morning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you definitely, have that thing that they have. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, man, I wonder was she ever signed to a label or something? Because wow, like she's real powerful. You know what I mean?
No, that got me because I don't know. You know how some people just have that. Oh, even though people might like see me post, and they be like, "Oh, she thinks she's better than everybody." Listen,
Mm,
I'm my competitor. Every day when I wake up in the
yeah,
morning, I'm
yeah.
figuring out what I can do to outdo myself, not somebody else. Me, I'm trying to outdo myself.
Listen, when I listen to your flow, I'm like, yo, if I get into a rap battle, I'm coming to get you. You know what I'm saying?
Come get me, baby. People
Yeah,
ask me, I'm from Philly. They're like, "Are you from Philly?" And
yeah,
they
yeah,
always ask me that. They're like, "Are you from Philly?" I'm like, "No."
yeah,
They're like, "You from Newburgh?" Because I know one of the sisters. She's from Newburgh, and she's a flame spitter. And
yeah,
it's like, "Are you from Newburgh?" And it's been so long, and I don't want people like. I was like, maybe my words might be too plain, or maybe I'm
nah,
not saying enough. But I don't need to say much, but just need
nah.
to say what I need to say.
Yeah.
to get it across,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's deeper than words. You know what I'm saying? Your whole, when I'm watching what you're doing, it's deeper than words. It's your presence, it's the tone, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
the confidence,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And it's the
It's a
enjoyment.
long I came a long way. I
I
came a
can
long
tell.
way. I was 400, almost 500 pounds. So it was like,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, so wow, you said you was 400 pounds? And
470.
wow. So what was going on? Like, how did you lose this weight?
Well, it came to the point it was said I either gonna die
Mm,
or I'm gonna figure it out because um my all my life I've been big. I've been a big girl, but what happened was I had children, and when I started having children, the weight just started to add on, more and more and more and more and more. So it's like what I started to do, the doctor had put me on. There were so many things I tried. I tried certain things, no carbs.
wow.
It's
Mm,
okay to have a cheat. They want to say cheat day.
right,
It's okay to lessen the carbs. I worked out. What happens is everybody's body different. So what I
right.
might say, it might not apply to you
There you go.
because
Yeah, yeah,
your metabolism. I have a slow metabolism, very slow, like a turtle.
right,
Yours might not be slow,
right.
So what I had to do, I had to watch out eating starch,
Mhm,
certain things because that stuff. If you're not moving, if your metabolism's slow, on top of not moving, like
right.
exercising, you're gonna gain the weight and keep piling. And between working at home, like sitting at my desk jobs, they were doing pizza, sending pizza every Friday.
Oh,
They
yeah,
knew what
that'll
they
do
were
it.
doing.
That'll do it, yeah.
The food, that's another thing. It just accumulated. And then it came to the point I said, well, what am I gonna do here? Am I just gonna keep getting bigger, bigger, bigger? So that's what happened. And I worked out, I cried, I
Mhm,
done fell back. I had a baby, and I wound up I was getting back up. I was getting back up to from 290 to 350.
mm,
Weight was coming back up, so I had to do it again. So it's an everyday battle. It's nothing that I can say, oh, just kick back and relax. Every day I have to, if I'm eating something, I'm like, okay, I got to think in my mind, like, if I have a spoonful of this
right,
and make sure I chew good, I'll be all right. So it's like you have to be conscious of the things that you're eating.
yeah. One thing I think as we get older, we all
Mhm.
have these challenges, regarding weight. Most of
Right.
us, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and if it's not weight, it's something health, it's something related to health.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to remind myself that because I was beating myself up and I would struggle, and
Mhm,
I had to remind myself that uh, most of my life,
mhm,
unfortunately, most of my life I've been eating, you know, um bad food, you know what I'm
mhm.
saying? And so I've gotten accustomed to something that's bad. I've spent at least I'm 56, but I've spent at least
Ooh,
40
I
years
don't
of
see
my
that. Oh,
for-
okay. You
you know I've
can't.
I've spent 40 years of my life learning how to eat bad food.
We all have. We all.
Yeah, and so
Mhm.
right now it's like the second half is about just realigning and trying to get used to to all the things that mom and dad used to throw on the plate that you probably was
Right.
like, "Nah, I don't want that." You know what I'm saying?
Right. 'Cause I'm
Vegetables, you know
42.
what I'm saying?
It seemed like I'm 42. It seemed like when I turned 40, like they said, you know how they said the check engine light came on?
Yeah, yeah,
The check engine light came on for me because I can't like going up the stairs with knee. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa, hold on, wait a minute now.
right, exactly. Yeah, absolutely, you know what I'm saying? All the aches and pains, but look, we inventors, you know what I'm saying? And,
Indeed.
I've come up with a lot of different products just from stuff that I was going through.
Hmm.
I started creating all these different things, you know what I mean? But, you know, your weight loss has to have been, even though you're going through it and it's something that we deal with every day, it had to be one of your, like, biggest and I'm not gonna even put that on you, I'm gonna ask you, was it one of your biggest, challenges to deal with the weight? All of the energy on the side of it, like, things you're going through, what you're feeling, and maybe what other people might even be saying, not just what you think
Yeah,
they're saying,
I
but
don't hurt. Trust me,
yeah,
being at that weight.
Yeah.
I'll send. I'm gonna send you a picture of the highest weight. When I was that weight, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think that I was that big, and
Right, 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 right,
people.
right.
I'm walking up. I hear little boys like, "Look at that fat girl," and I was like, "I know he is."
Ain't talking about me, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like,
Yeah,
I heard so many things, but it's like I couldn't cry about it. I couldn't pout about it
right.
because it's like I could fix it,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So it all came to the point of when I got tired of the weight.
Mhm.
And I got tired.
Yeah, yeah. Because, one thing about it though, for me is that, um, you feel certain things, but you never really I always was like what you just said, I always was like, "Damn, I don't think I'm, how people seeing me," you know
Right.
what I'm saying? And then
I
I
thought I
really
was
just
like
felt
a light on my feet.
yeah,
You would tell me
yeah.
that.
You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, yo, oh man, I gotta do something about this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so all of the things that was being said and all of that, it became empowering opposed
Mhm.
to, I went through the depression stage. I think everybody,
We all,
gets
I think everybody, not saying everyone is depressed.
yeah,
We all have some type or dealt with some type of depression
yeah,
in our lives.
yeah. But it goes back to what's really deep inside, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That when you start having those DNA explosions, man, and everybody done hit you with this and this and that. Now all those things become fuel and inspiration for you to,
Mhm.
and I learned a whole lot, during the process. I'm still learning, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I would say the best thing that ever happened to me is that I got ill. I got sick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And because it slowed me down, because I was running and it
Yep.
slowed me down.
Someone's
And
gonna slow you down. That's why I said someone
yeah,
gonna slow you down. We going too fast.
yeah,
The universe is like, all right, let's.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. And actually, I started, podcasting, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it allowed me to actually, talk to people and, just get into, the beautiful, vibrations and expressions that other people have, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
yourself. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I'm really, I appreciate everything you're doing from, your music, to the designs. I'm actually I need some of that healing fabric, so we got to tap into that.
I
Oh, we
know. Let me know. I'm open. I
yeah.
don't know when this is gonna be recorded or what. I'm open for orders.
Oh, and I gotta talk to you about maybe
Mm.
off air. We could talk about, because I produce music and I'm an artist myself.
Woo!
Yeah. So yeah, I would love to chop it up with you about that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because when we get a sister like yourself,
Mm.
we got to make sure like yo, you up there. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure,
you
yeah, because
know,
I don't know, because I appreciate, I like hip hop, but be honest, a lot of stuff I'm hearing is not hip
yeah,
hop that I'm hearing.
right,
It's just people putting words and making it
right,
sound good. But you need to make something good so somebody want to get off that listen after they listen. Like, what did she just say? Let
right,
me look this up. What does this mean?
right, right.
Substance. We need substance in our music, back in the music.
Yeah, and that come with leadership. So you
Right.
can tell you naturally have that. You know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
appreciate that.
Before we
Thank
get
you.
out of here, though, gotta bring these questions to you, this trivia right quick. You know what
Mhm,
I'm
I'm
saying?
ready. Let me say.
The first question is, and they are a bit whack, but you know what I'm
It's
saying? It's off the internet, you know what I mean?
okay.
Um, what is the only food that can never go bad? And these are questions and answers. I don't know the answers to it, but they provide the answers. The only food that can never go bad, they say is honey.
Are you serious? I would have never thought of honey. I
Yeah.
would have. I was gonna say everything turns bad. Everything I'm thinking about turns bad. That's why honey. I'm about to put that.
Yeah. And you think about it, you've never seen honey go bad. You know what I mean?
Never. I got
Yeah.
honey in there. I'll be honest, brother. I got honey in there for like 6 months. A
Yeah.
big Manuka honey, some good Manuka honey, and
Yeah.
it's still sitting there, and it looks the same. So I
I,
started
I,
it.
and I don't know how good that might be though,
I don't know what I'm saying.
because when we be looking at food, you know what I'm saying? We say if that food don't go bad, it ain't real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
But I think honey, because of maybe how it's produced, maybe it just doesn't go back because it's about bees and
Bee vomit.
Natural, you know.
Honey ain't nothing but bee vomit. You know what I'm saying?
Now you're not going to
I,
get no honey now.
I,
Now I'm like, I don't even want to
yeah,
get no honey because now
yeah,
the guy
and
it's bee
I
vomit.
listen when I started, healing. You know what I mean?
Mm,
You can't heal without education. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
And I've learned, that honey is bee vomit. It's that's just
Wow, I didn't know that. I
yeah.
learned
You know
something
what
new
I'm saying?
today.
Yeah, and so there are healthy honeys that you can
Mm.
get. You know what I'm saying? Something called manuka honey.
That's all I'm
And
saying, Manuka. That's why I got the
yeah.
Manuka in there. See, look, I'm already
Yeah,
on
yeah,
point,
yeah. There
brother.
you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. All right. So the next
I
question.
don't know, but I know.
Yeah,
How
you
your
in
mind
tune.
takes you somewhere.
Yeah, you in tune with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's really what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It shows that we have natural alignment. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
then and that's why we get into, knowledge, and then we got right knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You got the
Mhm.
knowledge in you. It's already encoded in you. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But
It's
because
in
of
our
the day and
DNA.
time we
Our
in, there you go.
ancestors been doing this.
There you
It's
go.
in our DNA, but because of society and because of I don't know. People like to say evolution. What happened is we lost touch of ourselves. But
Which
now
is
I'm noticing
yeah.
social media. People are coming back.
Oh
People
yeah.
are waking up. I
Oh
love it.
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. We start to feel more at home here.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. All right. So what is an eight-sided shape called?
Octagon.
Correct. What year was Earth Day first celebrated? Earth Day. When they say Earth Day, this is a European question. They
Their
ain't
day,
talking about,
look, their day, because
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
our day's been trillions and trillions of years.
Right.
I'm gonna throw something out there and tell me if I'm
Mhm.
close. 1974.
They say you are close. They say 1970. You were very close.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. 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 So that would be considered a correct answer. You know what I'm saying? When you
Okay.
averaging it off. Yeah. What are the two colors that exit signs must be by U.S. law? What? What are two
Don't
colors?
tell me it gotta be red and white. No.
Green or red? So you got,
Oh,
yeah. I don't even
exit. Because I
understand
see exit. I only see exit is red and white, but green. I never seen green unless it's in another country.
yeah,
I never
exits.
seen green. Have
I
you ever
never,
seen a green exit sign?
I
Me
never,
neither.
I never seen it.
I think that's over the other side.
Yeah, it's European shit.
Right. But
Yo,
I like it though. I like the question though.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so what is the name of the highest uninterrupted waterfall in the world? I never heard of this one.
Well, you see how I was about to say Niagara because that's the only waterfall I know. And TLC waterfalls.
They,
That's
they
the
got
only waterfalls I know.
they got something called Angel Falls.
Really? Where is that?
I have no idea. I gotta look that up.
What is it called? Angel Falls?
Yep, Angel Falls. I never
That's
heard of it.
interesting. Angel Falls.
Yeah, yep. All right, so the last question is all right, yeah. So the last question is not on social media.
Okay.
What is the city and the street of the location for the gods in the earth?
Well, it's in Manhattan, Harlem, but we call it Mecca because that's where the knowledge started. And the address is 2122 125th Street, New York.
No doubt.
Come check us out.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll always get some information. There's some good brothers and sisters there, and they will definitely if you're looking for some knowledge, they'll show you the way.
There it is right there. Sister Sarima, it's been a pleasure, a good feel, good vibration. Love
Likewise.
love talking to, some intelligent sisters and
Thank you.
very creative, free spirit, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like, chopping it up with a sister that has knowledge herself, you know what I
Indeed.
mean? Um
And
one-
likewise with brothers as well. It's always refreshing because there's
yeah.
certain things that we don't know that we definitely can get that from you. So I would like to say thank you as far as being a brother and having knowledge and keep going, even though you might sometimes we be like, oh, I can't do it. It's so much. But we
Yeah,
keep going, It's just
yeah.
every day we just gotta go for it. So
Oh yeah.
thank you for this podcast. Thank you for inviting me, and also having other people on here being able to speak on their experiences.
Yeah, definitely. It's been an honor. You know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, I got two
Mhm.
things for you. Two
Yes.
things. First thing is, um, one more time. Well, let me ask you this first. Before we get out of here, is there anything that you would like to, share with the listeners and the viewers?
I would like to say these times is very trying right now. It's a lot of stuff going on between the governments and things like that. I will say get a book, start reading, start enlightening your mind. There's a lot of things that's going to be, we have to be ready. Be ready so you don't, they say be ready so you don't, you have to get ready. Just be
Mhm.
ready, whether it's reading and elevating yourself, especially the children, because we take some of our children to go to school. We don't know what they're doing. They're learning for those 8 hours,
Right.
so we have to, that's their education, but we have our education at home too. So we have to also make sure we teach our babies because, who knows 20, 30 years from now when we're no longer physically here, what they're going to go through.
Right. Right. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. My next thing is one more time for those who may have not had the opportunity to write it down. Your contact. I think that is very
So,
important for anybody that may want
yes.
some of that lovely healing fabric. You know what I'm saying?
Healing fabric. That is something awesome. I'm gonna take it. I'm sorry. I've never heard that healing fabric.
Yeah, that's yours right there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pick you up. Oh, I found my website. I'm gonna make sure I give it to you right and exact.
All right.
Okay, so you can go on Facebook. You can go on my page, Sarima Understanding, or my Facebook business page, which is Sarima's Earthly Creations. And I also have a website, which is Sarima SUREMAHS dash creations dot square dot site. And I have every day, every time I post something online, I upload it, for sale, or if anyone wants to do custom orders alone.
So there you have it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Definitely reach out to her. If you did not hear what she's the information that she gave, the contact information, hit that rewind button and write it down. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Definitely, it's been real. It's been such an honor. You know what I'm saying? Chopping it up with you. Um,
Thank you so
we
much,
got to
brother.
we got to bring you back on because we got to go. We
Of
got to go
course.
more deeper into
Right.
some of the
I have some
things that
things I want to talk about.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So hold on. Do not hang up. Till next time,
Okay.
y'all. We out of here. Fact Power FM. Brother Intellect 9. Sister Sarima Understanding Earth.
Peace.
Peace.
You have been watching a podcast interview on behalf of Fact Power FM. All parties involved are active and responsible individuals who agree and care. Simple concern is all it takes to make good people better. Thank you for watching and listening. If you would like to be a guest on our podcast, email us at factpowerfm@gmail.com. Before you go, please comment, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.